Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Games from Almost Full Color. Today's video is in response to the video Nintendo just dropped regarding Tears of the Kingdom. They showed off some new gameplay and showed off a couple new features that's in the game, including the Ultra Hand, which allows you to create vehicles based on just things that's out in the environment. It looks super cool how they were making the boats and stuff, and just watching it made me like really think back to Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. Seemed like that they, probably were heavily inspired by that feature, and also the fuse ability, which allows you to just to create weapons out of two different weapons, or create a weapon out of a thing in your items, whether it's food or maybe even another weapon. They actually did one where they turned a leaf and an arrow into, I guess, a leaf arrow. I don't know what would have happened because they never actually shot it. I assume nothing. But when they put the little key's eye on the arrow and turns it into a homing arrow, that was super cool, and just showed you that not only are you going to be able to like cook and things like that you would normally do with one of the eyeballs, whether you would make food or a potion or something, you can also use it to give your weapons new abilities. So that's going to be nuts, just figuring out all the things that you can do with those two features. But the one thing that I did notice was, even though I was like super enjoying all of the gameplay and just thinking of all the crazy things that I could possibly do with it, was I was just as disappointed in the visuals. Like, the visuals of the game look just god awful. So I guess especially for the time we're in with the PS5, the Xbox Series X, the new graphics cards for PC and things like that, what we've seen on other games, the age of the Switch is just like really showing itself. To me, Tears of the Kingdom looks worse than Breath of the Wild. Now again, that could be just because of all of the new, the new graphics that's out right now, the new graphic capabilities that's out, but it did look worse. And it wouldn't be shocking to me if they did have to kind of downplay graphics even more on Tears of the Kingdom, just because it seems like this game will be bigger than what we got on Breath of the Wild, while not just probably just bigger from a actual environment perspective, but also all of the features that we got, like the fuse and Ultra Hand, and being able to pass through things in the environment, and stuff like that. Like, I could see being able to make that stuff work on the Switch, that they would have had to really dumb down resolution. And you can see it in areas like when they were in the sky, on the Sky Island, and all of the yellow foliage from the trees and bushes and things like that, the grass, it had like no, like it had nothing like on it. It looks so blurry. It just looks so blotchy. Like someone just took paint and just dabbed it on a brush and just like splatter it all over the paint and was like, hey, oh, all over the paper, and it was just like, hey, that's leaves or that's grass. Like it it was real bad. It just was so sad to see such a great game be held back by the hardware it's being pushed on. Now, hopefully, whenever the Switch does get a Switch Pro version, or we get whatever the new console is going to be from Nintendo, hopefully we get this game brought over to it, kind of like they did with some titles from the Wii U and brought them up to the Switch. Hopefully they reach back and get this game, and we get to enjoy it at a better frame rate and a better resolution. That would be great. I feel like that's when this game is really going to shine. And right now, what's going to carry it is just the gameplay, and of course, the name. It's a Zelda title. So I feel like that's going to make people obviously still enjoy the game. I know I'm going to still enjoy it, but I'm going to enjoy it kind of with squinted eyes, wishing that the graphics were better. I assumed that they were pulling that straight off handheld mode. I was watching it on my phone screen, so even being able to still like notice how just ugly the game looked from a graphical standpoint, I can only imagine how bad it's going to be when you blow it up on a big screen. So I'm not really looking forward to that. Funny enough, they released a special edition Switch to go alongside the game, and I kind of laughed as I was watching the announcement of the special edition Switch. I was like, that Switch looks so beautiful that it actually looks better than the game that's going to be playing on it, and that's really sad. So that's kind of how I felt about it. Not sure how you guys felt. Maybe it didn't bother you as much. The graphics don't bother you that much, or maybe you're kind of like me, just gonna grit your teeth and play it anyway. But let me know down in the comments what you guys thought about the video today. And as always, thanks for supporting the channel, and catch you guys on the next one. Peace.